He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he gets him around 6 there. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running once more with Henry. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. He's got it inside the 25. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Julius Chestnut to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First carry here for Tony Pollard. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was...
Oh, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Ravens. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Handoff headed right to Henry. Oh, he trucked that defender. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He brings it in. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Only 1 yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal from the 2.
I know they had bigger visions when they called that play. This is one of those spots, Kate, where when a defense is dialed in, especially in the red zone, it's very tough to surprise them with anything.
And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 20. Ready up. 10-yard line.
They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of one. Our score, 14-0. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They are facing 2nd down deep on their own end. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. It's a gain of 6, and now they face a daunting 3rd and 14.
You know, Kay, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
3rd and long for him here. Completed to Pollard. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Here's the snap on 4th. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a 1st. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
I'm not sure it matters whether you think you've got the perfect play call in that situation. Hey, listen, going for it anywhere inside your own 20, the risk, it outweighs the reward 5-fold, maybe 10-fold.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They give right side to Henry. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kid, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, like that entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, man, you appreciate great safety play like that.
Here's 2nd and 11. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Jackson looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And that brings up 4th and long. Tucker's kick is up and good. And that will add to their score.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
On the return, here comes Tajay Spears. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Reaches the 30. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Tajay Spears touchdown. Nick Folk now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Titans cut the lead down to 10. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. First and 10 from the 41. Here's a give for Henry. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Options are open here. It's second and inches. Jackson to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throw on third down. He's on the move. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First down, here's Lamar. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have second down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Spears. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He lets a heater go deep. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans chop some of the lead off before the half. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. Point after by Folk is up and good. And the Titans cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Deontay Hardy to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Here's Lamar. Into the hands of Likely. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. They're set up at the 35 now.
No, we changed it.
First down throw for Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's Chestnut on the return. And a great return has the offense just a touch shy of midfield as they start this drive.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Let's go now.
Looking for a throw here. Hits his running back. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
On the draw, the give to Pollard. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. He's dropping back to throw. Forced out to his right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Folk on now to try the point after. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the second half. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Another run for Henry. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Flying down the middle with Henry. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Amani Hooker with the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Changing it up here, Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. There he goes again. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. A fourth for him in this game, and one more ties the record. As he nabs another touchdown, Brock, I gotta ask you, the former QB, is this a point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have one touchdown today are coming over you saying, bro, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football.
They may be saying it, but it's a little more of a look, Kay. Like, really? I mean, can I eat too? Do I get an opportunity to sit at the table? But when you got the rapport these two have right now and the confidence and the timing, boy, you look him up every chance you get.
On the return, here comes Spears. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Go!
Airing it out to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. That's brought in by Westbrook Akine. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Titans ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
70 range, 70.
From the 37. That throw finds Okonkwo. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
13 yards on the play. And the Titans first down.
Set.
1st and 10 at the
From midfield now. On the move, headed right. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Finds a man right side. It's a pickup of 11. And the Titans will have a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
That's good for the Titans. 1st down.
To throw here on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Gain of 27 yards.
60 back.
That's another.
From the red zone now. Rolling left, buying some time. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans now within 1 score in the 4th. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. Trying for it on the ground. And he's into the end zone, so the 2-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the 4th. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Henry running left. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, we changed it. That's it.
That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Ravens only up by a few. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey.
Now here's Lamar. This finds Likely. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Let's go. Report.
Henry running to the left. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Going to the ground again on first. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Second down now, 7 to go. They run, here's Henry. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. And the Titans opting for a 50B, a nickel set 3rd down. Henry's gonna try to pick it up. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. All right, got a timeout here. Just 8 seconds remaining in our ball game. Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. Got all of it, and this is good. And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Let's go now.
One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Ravens are your winners as we say goodbye from Nashville.